right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Monster, episode 20. Okay,
right.
So Tenma has gotten away, which is good.
Yep.
His old colleague has kept things...
helped him escape.
Well, has kept things basically safe from him also for in the future, because there was the potential that even if he was helping him get away here, he now understands that Tenma holds no, resentment or anything towards him. The problems of the past, potentially, from the other guy's perspective, are essentially null and void. Which is really cool, because then he gets to see kind of that Tenma's not some, higher than thou person coming in and ruining his whole situation.
Yeah. And even if he didn't actually cheat, at least he said he cheated. So that was a nice sentiment there. Now, given that, what do you think we can expect from this episode since that thing is resolved there? Like another episodic bit, or?
Well, I don't know. I think that right now we've diverted a little bit of attention from the whole Johan situation enough to where maybe there will be some more looking into that, but I think we're just going to follow Tenma some more and see what his next step is. A lot of monster episodes tend to focus on kind of planning out the next move and or reacting to a current situation that Tenma gets thrusted into. Tenma could just probably get thrusted into another situation.
Right.
All right. Well, this is going to be cool. So without further ado, let's get into it.
私の年でこんな細かい地図は
老眼鏡を空港に忘れるからだ。
あら、人がいるわ。道を聞けますよ。
大丈夫だ。このまま行こう。
あら。
Doesn't want to ask for
じゃあ行
directions.
くよ。乗せてあげたら。
わけのわからんのを乗せてトラブルにでも巻き込まれたらどうする。
Yeah, it could be a serial killer, Tenma.
あんな小さな子供を連れてるわ。かわいそうよ。乗せてあげたら。
Alright, now hustle, they're a ways ahead of you.
よかったね、テンマ。止まってくれたよ。
ああ、今この辺りにいますので、ここから南にずっと。
あら、私たちの行く方向と同じね。
親子でないことは確かだね。あんたは東洋人。その子はドイツ人。
Yeah, there's no way that Asian and German could marry.
あんた見た感じ、なんか専門的な職業の人じゃない
Well, aren't you astute?
もうおやめなさいよ。
Maybe he used to be some kind of an investigator, like a detective or something.
Or someone like that he recognizes the,
この人ったら変な習慣がね。
Sure. No, but see, he can't get rid of his old
元
habits.
警官だって。
Yep, I called it. Called it. Yep.
なんて言ったの？
いや、元警察の方だそうだ。すみません。せっかくご夫婦水入らずのところ、もしお邪魔でしたら私たち。
いや、空港でレンタカーを借りた方が地図を見るのもままなの。食事を中にも不自由している。通訳代わりの人間がいてくれて心強いよ。
これはどうにもなりませんね。近くのガソリンスタンドまで行かなくちゃ。
Oh, okay.
あ、
Okay.
車来たよ。はーい、ストップ！ストップ！
Okay. Do you have any extra gas?
ガス欠なんです。
まあ2人までなら乗せてやれるがね。
ジョーンズさん。
いいから君ら乗ってきたまえ。
でも
別に気を使って私らに付き合うこともない。
それじゃあ近くのガソリンスタンドまで行ったら、
Okay.
ここで援護していることを伝えますよ。
Yeah.
そうしてくれるとありがたいな。
Okay. So they're understanding that they're not going to come back.
Right.
Right.
よいしょって。よかったね、テンマ。ちょうどよく乗り換えができて。
とりあえ
Yeah.
ずガソリンスタンドへ寄ってください。
ここらにはスタンドねえぞ。
Oh. So
they're gonna end up going back to help.
あの男、
え？
yeah.
あのまま行ってしまったかもしれんぞ。
Yeah.
あなた、そんなことありませんよ。あの人、いい人だと思うわ。
どうだかね。
ロバートも見てるかしら。この空を。
son?
Yeah, they're probably going to see whoever Robert is here in
あ
Germany.
ねえねえあなた見てごらんなさいよ。誰か来るわ。ほ
Did they
らね
walk back?
やっぱ
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
How did they get the gas then?
I guess they went until there was a gas station.
ガソリンとランプを
Ah,
分
the
けても
nearby
らいました。
farm.
Okay.
り。
Gotcha.
あまあねえあなた。
Hopefully it's enough to get, you know, a decent distance.
Dieter having his ice cream.
美味しかったわ。ねえあなた。ドイツ語のメニューを訳して。
Oh no, oh no, a newspaper.
でも美味しい。
Oh,
Oh,
crap.
crap.
Yeah. No, but that was from like 10 years ago. Like
No, but the thing is
called-
that
yeah.
if they go into the we are looking for these people section.
Well, and as a police officer, he would probably check that as like habit.
それそれ。
こいつは犯人だと思うかね。
Oh, yeah.
いや、この女房殺しの容疑で裁判にかけられた男のことさ。あんたどう思うかね。
さあどうでしょうか。
私はね、こう見えても刑事時代結構手柄を立てたんだ。
Yep. I can tell kind of what
Right.
何こんなところで自慢話
Yeah,
が
he already
始めて
suspects Tenma.
yeah.
その人間を見ると
Yep.
犯人かどうか、本当の悪人かどうかズバリ当てられたんだ。
Wow.
もうおよしなさいよ。
Almost wonder if he had seen Tenma already in a previous newspaper.
確かにワインを飲みすぎたかもしれん。
So they're sticking around with them.
Okay.
This is so like wholesome and just
Yeah.
simple.
誰にでも幸せな子供時代ってあったんだものね。
Not everyone.
懐かしい。
Yeah.
Not everyone.
Nope.
They got lost in memory.
悪いがちょっと寄り道させてもらうよ。
どうぞ。
Where?
Yeah, where? The way they're not showing their faces.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
ここだ。
Yeah.
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 I had a feeling they might be going
Yeah.
here.
I had a gut feeling as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging out in the car and just being casual is like the safest they can be.
どうする
Right.
テンマ。
But
Yeah.
the thing is that someone could come to their car and they
Oh yeah.
テンマ逃げようよ。
No, that's stupid.
That's a bad idea.
Oh my gosh. No, don't.
Hey.
Don't.
Oh, come on.
Don't.
You're a surgeon. You have nerves of steel.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, he's not gonna. But the thing is,
いやーまたパトカーの駐車スペースに止めてるやつがいるが外国人らしい。しょうがねえな。
the thing is, if he sees it, he's gonna see it later, and he's gonna be like, wait.
どうします？
Oh no, their son is in jail maybe. Remember, you get to tell if someone is innocent or
Right,
good.
right, yeah.
That's
Yep.
why they're so sad, and this isn't a vacation.
And now I'm not sure if I know anymore.
I'm not sure if I know anymore. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it has to be. It's the daughter, the
and the whole memories with the childhood
Yep,
and everything.
mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so sad.
Yeah, all right.
They're building up the
Yeah.
heartbreak here.
Oh.
And Dieter, she was all excited about the potential of
大丈夫です。
Dieter being around them because that's the grandson that they
Yeah.
could have had.
Right.
If maybe. Oh, she's gonna cry.
息子の手紙に書いてあったんです。
Oh yeah, a letter.
この後ろからの景色は最高だって。私たちにも見せたいって。
あ、息子さんはこちらに。
Oh
これから
wait.
会いに行くところなんです。
息子はね、 息子は人を殺したんだよ。
Okay, so it wasn't the one in the
面
newspaper,
会
but
する
yeah.
ためにこの国に来たん
Yeah,
だ。
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
And this is also how it ties back to the whole Tenma and
じゃ
killing
あ
people thing.
私たちはここで本当にありがとうございました。
彼は
Yep.
連続
Yep.
殺人のように
Yeah.
追われている男だ。
そんなまさかあの人が。
いや、確かだ。
Wow.
以前彼の手配写真を見た。
Oh,
だっ
dang.
て
私も以前彼の写真を見た時疑問に思った。そして会って確信した。彼は無実。
Whoa.
少なくとも悪人じゃない。
Wow. That's awesome.
ロバートは息子が殺人を犯した悪人なんかじゃない。
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
さあ、会いに行こう。ロバート。
Cool.
Okay,
Okay.
so very sweet episode.
Yep.
Very simple episode.
Right.
It
yeah.
was a little bit predictable, but it was nice in that we weren't able to immediately tell this. It was very much a nice trickle of information that we
Right.
acquired over getting to know these people.
Yeah, and it and like you mentioned in the ending that it was kind of like filler basically.
Yeah.
And I agree, but one of the things that I think is really cool about this is that even though it was kind of filler, it still touched on all the main themes and the things that we had been sort of mulling over from the previous episodes of killing and whether it's right or not and things like that and the morality of it all. And
Well, but this wasn't a thing about making killing right. It was about seeing into the nature of a person.
right, exactly.
It was about a person who had relied on their intuition to be able to judge whether or not a person was a good person or a not so good person. And the thing is that that's something that I think we can all somewhat relate to, because while we're not deducing who's a murderer or not, or who's a criminal or who's not,
Right.
we all use our intuition subconsciously to detect whether or not a person is, say, a good potential friend, or someone you'd want to date, or even it works with like animals where you see a dog and you're like, oh, is this a dog that's like some
would make a good pet,
make a good pet, or like a dog I should actually go over to try and pet. It might be a not so safe, kind of situation, and we use that all the time. But the main thing is that we shouldn't rely solely on it.
Right.
And that's a thing that I think Tenma doesn't really have a problem with.
No.
But I could see him having that problem in the future, and that might be why this episode has more than just filler application, is that Tenma will at some point start to rely on his intuition to detect whether or not maybe this person is influenced by Johan. Maybe, maybe it can keep him from being paranoid, because his intuition can lead him astray if he's like worried that, oh no, this person's influenced by Johan or something.
Because bringing this whole thing up of the idea that, okay, our son killed a man, but he was not an evil man, like
the son.
Yeah, the son wasn't evil. Yeah,
right.
Works great with the whole question of Tenma and killing Johan, because for the beginning portion of the story, it was like, yes, Johan is absolutely evil. He must be killed quickly, and with extreme prejudice, right?
Right.
And then they bring up the whole multiple personality thing, and it raises the question of, well, wait a minute, is Johan someone that can be rescued or should try to be saved? And you don't really know in what was previously like one of those things that could be almost like an absolute, right? Where you wouldn't even think of it as an assumption. It's just based on the data of Johan killing a bunch of people. He needs to be stopped, right? And killing him is probably the only way to do that. But now it's not quite so clear,
right? And I think that's a good point to bring up, is the idea that this character, who is the detective, had a lot of self-doubt because he failed once in his intuition. Essentially, he failed really hard in a very specific personal way regarding his son. And here's the thing about that. That's kind of an interesting point to bring up, is that characters in this series have all had like dramatic, traumatic things happen to them at like specific moments and forever change their lives.
Sure.
Almost every single episode fits that pattern.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the dramatic, traumatic thing happens in the episode and Tenma's around to help fix it and stuff.
Sure.
But one of the things that we could bring up with this is that Tenma's life has had this happen.
Absolutely.
He's going to be relying a lot of times on the ability to present himself as innocent.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That he's going to have points where, like this, he's not going to be able to present facts to affirm that he's innocent. He's going to have to rely on someone trusting their gut instinct a little bit to be able to be like, please work with me. Don't immediately assume the worst.
Right.
Which is interesting because I wonder if that's what Johan is doing with this whole split personality thing, is that he's worried that people are gunning for him to kill him, which makes sense, based on what he's done.
Right.
But the thing is that him doing that, he's basically saying like, hey, I'm going to have to convince you that this thing is actually happening, because I think you might have enough like cognitive bias going on that you don't really care whether or not I have a split personality issue or not. You're going to try and kill me either way. I'm still a threat. So I need to be able to convince you, maybe Tenma, that no, you shouldn't immediately kill me. And imagine that episode where Tenma and Johan do meet, and Johan's like, please, save me, help me, don't. And it's like, is this mind games? Is this real?
Yep.
What's going on here? I have to. And I think if I'm Tenma, and I'm like trying to put myself into his shoes and think about this here.
Right.
They're trying to build up to the fact that he's not going to immediately shoot Tenma the next time he sees him.
Shoot Johan?
Did I say Tenma?
Yeah.
Johan, Johan.
Right.
And that's crazy to think about, because we, right, like you said, 10 episodes ago, we'd be like, kill him. Kill him.
Like, don't even use a pistol. Like, get a long-range rifle so that he can't speak to you, and just
drop him from 100 yards.
Yep. And here's the thing. This also raises the question, since you were talking about Tenma needing to subjectively convince people not to assume the worst about him, right?
Yeah.
This could be Johan, like you were saying, doing that with Tenma. But here's the thing. Johan and a split personality, what if he just said that because he's like, that's the one thing that might actually get them to stop and pause and think, because, that fits. He's actually insane, right? Because there's no way that there could be someone that is actually sane and does monstrous things like this, right? So what if, the question arises, is Johan already basically working his puppeteering on Tenma, and that was just the seed to get him to question, so that way he wouldn't shoot him immediately, so that Johan can start talking to him.
I don't think Johan has to worry about Tenma finding him if he doesn't want to be found. That's the thing.
Fair point. That's actually probably one of the big things that could make the episodes not feel as much like filler. I mean, because they can be great as standalone episodes.
Right.
But like when I was thinking about like where are Tenma and Dieter headed, I didn't know, because it's like, we don't know what the next clue for Johan is or whatever.
Well, they didn't tell us.
Right.
And I think that's because it's saved for a future episode.
Yeah.
Also, this show really wants you to realize the passage of time. It's a thing that a lot of shows will do through time skips and things like that. This show is so gutsy in its own writing, believes so much in its own writing ability to make compelling mini episode, filler episodes, that it's like, no, we're going to actually, you're going to have a random encounter along the road. Like, I'm thinking about a DM here in a tabletop RPG setting. You're like, all right, you're going to go to the distant land.
Right.
And you have to get on a boat and row for, a month. Sorry, Gendry, stuff like that. But instead of just having it be, a time skip, it rolls an encounter die. It's guaranteed to generate an encounter.
Right.
And then they actually invest energy into making the encounter somewhat tied into the overall themes of the story.
Not
That's
just
what
someone
I think
tries to attack you while you're asleep at the
Exactly,
campfire.
yes.
Yeah.
So this is Monster doing that. And that just means we've just got a good writer at the helm. A good story composer, if you will.
And that's one of the things that I find really interesting whenever I watch new anime or read a book or or whatever, is that you can see the speciality basically for the creator.
Right.
And with Monster, I would definitely say it's in being able to do concise episodic stories that fit in the overarching narrative, but at the same time are emotional and impactful.
Yeah.
While being a standalone.
Yeah, I think on a more general sense, I think that's a great detailed way to put it. On the more general sense, I would say it's crafting a story that never falters from its themes, its core themes.
Yeah.
The core themes of Monster remain true throughout every single story that we've seen thus far.
Right.
That is a very rare thing.
Especially with a show that is going to go on for,
that's a very
70
long
episodes?
show, yes. Yeah. So if they can continue that, that's fine. I just hope we never get to a point where we're going through a filler arc, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Monster will do that. One, because I don't think it's the type of show that really can do that. Like, you kind of need to format your show a different way in order to have that.
Right.
I mean, unless literally Johan... wow, I keep switching out Johan Tenma's names. Tenma and Dieter go and just live at a place for a little bit.
Right.
Tenma finds a job. Dieter gets into a school. They assume alternate identities.
Yeah.
Tenma does his underground black market doctor stuff, you know?
Sure.
He has enough money to, buy forged, documents and stuff like that. That's the kind of thing that I could see happening in the future, but I don't think they would ever, focus, a large percentage of the show, like 5 to 10% of the show on that,
Because they've already shown that they can have one episode cover 6-9 months of time and have it, be an absolutely fantastic story.
Yeah, that one still rings true in my head as one of the greatest individual stories that Monsters have.
So good.
One of the recent ones with the spoon. The spoons of sugar, the taste of sugar guy. That was really good as well.
That was another really good one.
This one just notably has way less to talk about. I just wanted to bring that one up. So
it was very relaxing and very calming. The idea that it's like, hey, like these are the people that could be like, your grandpa and grandma that are on their trip and everything.
And you could tell that they grew connected to them because in a lot of ways, maybe Dieter was the grandson they never had. Maybe Tenma reminded them a lot of their son, and that maybe their son was in a specialized profession or something like that, or maybe just the fact of having someone that's around to help them made them feel a little less lonely and got them to stop looking at their own problems, because you could tell that they were the old married couple that they had their little little spats and things, but it's like they love each other, but in general they're not a very upbeat, positive group of people, because they're dealing with some horrible stuff right now.
Yeah.
But having these two people in their life as a distraction who are being very generous in helping them is Tenma's presence gave them a little bit of joy and a little bit of peace and took a lot of stress off their minds.
Right.
Because you're going to see your son who just killed someone.
Right.
And you can't read the dang map. You're running out of gas in the middle of nowhere. You're stressed because all this stuff piling. Other than just you chance encounter some strangers who are actually incredibly generous and kind. And that's just cool.
The thing that blew my mind was the idea that Tenma had the person drop him off at a farm.
Oh my
gosh,
gas. Yes.
First off, farms are big.
Yeah.
Right?
So they probably had to, find the house on the farm.
Exactly.
Which, let's be real, they might have said, hey, could you
drop us off at
the actual farm house, not the entrance to the farm.
Yeah, right. But either way, just to get back to the road, they'd have to walk a long way.
I could see them walking
that tank of gas.
Yeah, but I could see them walking 5 to 10 kilometers easy. If you think about what the human body can handle, in terms of just walking speed, it's pretty impressive, even when you're holding stuff.
Right.
And if you're on a flat surface, some hard, good ground traction,
it makes it much easier.
Much easier. And you're not really expending that much energy to walk. It's really freaky to think about the kind of things that human beings have done from the time walking just
the people that
just
would
with a little bit of
down
water
animals just by walking them down until walking them to
death.
Died.
But
the shot of Tenma in his suit, on a summer day, carrying the thing.
It was night.
Well, granted, it was night. It was night by that time, but still,
But the thing about it is that it's kind of the Good Samaritan kind of thing.
Right.
It's someone that comes along and doesn't have to help.
Right.
But does because they've got this impetus in the back of their head that I want to help as many people as I can because I may not have much time left in this world, you know
right,
to be
exactly.
free.
Yeah.
For one, but also there's a monster out there that's, causing a lot of problems. So I should be everything
to counterbalance that as much as possible. Even though it actually puts me in danger because the person is an ex-police officer and all of that.
Yeah.
So,
So that's good stuff. I think we should wait to bring up... I was about to just go into a heavy discussion about that whole idea of Tenma's rippling effect actions counteracting Johan's rippling effect actions, but we should save that for when we actually have evidence of Tenma's actions having a rippling effect beyond just like things that are not happening on screen, like the past things with the previous guy.
Exactly.
So let's cut off discussion for now because this was a pretty basic episode.
Good one, but
it's a basic one.
Right.
It's kind of like how you can have a great story overall with like lull moments, and this is just a lull moment.
Yeah, and it's also the idea that like, you know, a bad episode as far as or a less than episode as far as monster is concerned,
it's still a pretty good episode. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this was a lot of fun. I'm hoping for a little bit more of the plot picking up in terms of pacing, but
it would be nice.
Either way, we're pretty good. So if you want to watch the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions. All this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or whatever. And yeah, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.